Did you know the FBI once exposed the biggest judicial corruption scandal in American history by turning a federal agent into a fake lawyer? In 1980, FBI agent Terrence Hake walked into Chicago's Cook County Courthouse carrying a briefcase and a hidden recording device. For 7 years, he pretended to handle routine traffic cases, while secretly documenting judges selling verdicts like groceries. What he discovered was shocking. Judges were fixing murder cases for $10,000 each. Drug dealers walked free after paying the right price. Defense attorneys coordinated with corrupt judges to guarantee outcomes. Over 90 court officials were involved, processing hundreds of rigged cases every year. The FBI captured it all on tape. Judges counting stacks of cash in their chambers. Wiretapped phone calls discussing specific verdicts for sale. The operation climaxed when Judge John Devine was arrested red-handed, accepting $1,500 in his own office. Operation Greylord destroyed Chicago's corrupt court system completely. 15 judges convicted. 48 officials sentenced. One undercover agent brought down an entire judicial empire. Did you know one love affair literally destroyed the world's greatest empire? In 590 CE, Khosrow II ruled from India to Egypt, commanding the mighty Sasanian Empire. He was the most powerful man on earth until he met Princess Shirin of Armenia. Her beauty consumed him completely. He abandoned military campaigns to write her poetry. While Byzantine armies regrouped and Arab tribes united, Khosrow built palaces for his obsession. Loyal generals begged him to focus on defending the empire's borders. Instead, he had them executed for questioning his priorities. For decades, the empire crumbled as he chased romantic fantasies. Enemy forces closed in from all sides, but Khosrow only cared about Shirin's affection. By 628 CE, his own nobles had enough. His son Kavad ordered guards to strangle the love-struck king in his prison cell. With Khosrow's death, the 400-year Sasanian dynasty collapsed forever. Within decades, Islamic armies conquered all of Persia. One man's obsession had ended a superpower. What if the greatest astronomer in history had never been murdered by his own son? In 1449, Ulugh Beg ruled Samarkand and built the world's most advanced observatory. This Mongol prince created star catalogues more accurate than anything Europe would produce for the next 150 years. But his son assassinated him, ending a scientific revolution. If he had lived, his telescopes would have continued advancing, pushing Islamic astronomy centuries ahead of Europe. While Europeans were still using basic instruments, Islamic scientists would have been mapping distant galaxies. His mathematical innovations could have led to Islamic space exploration by the 1600s. Instead of European ships colonizing the world, Islamic astronomers might have been the first to reach the stars. The Ottoman Empire's focus on conquest diverted resources from science. But with Ulugh Beg's influence, the Islamic world could have remained the center of discovery. Europe might never have gained scientific dominance during the Renaissance. One murder changed the entire balance of technological power between East and West. Did you know the murder of one brilliant woman marked the end of ancient learning forever? In 415 CE, Hypatia of Alexandria was the most celebrated mathematician and philosopher in the Roman Empire. Students traveled across the Mediterranean just to hear her lectures on geometry and astronomy. She was the last keeper of Alexandria's great library, preserving thousands of years of human knowledge. But rising Christian fundamentalism threatened everything she represented. Bishop Cyril launched a brutal campaign against pagan learning, seeing Hypatia as a dangerous symbol. When political conflict erupted between Cyril and Prefect Orestes, Hypatia was caught in the middle. On a March morning, a Christian mob dragged her from her chariot in broad daylight. They stripped her naked, flayed her alive with sharp oyster shells, then dismembered her body. The pieces were burned in the streets like garbage. With her death, Alexandria's reign as the intellectual capital of the world ended. The Dark Ages had begun. One murder silenced 1,000 years of wisdom. Here are 5 things you didn't know about Agrippina the Younger, the woman more ruthless than her own son Nero. First, she married her uncle Emperor Claudius to seize power, despite Roman law strictly forbidding such incestuous unions. She convinced the Senate to change the law just for her. Second, she likely murdered Claudius with poisoned mushrooms in 54 CE to make her 16-year-old son Nero emperor. She planned to rule through him as his puppet master. Third, she eliminated anyone who threatened her power by ordering executions and forced suicides. Even her own sister-in-law wasn't safe from her deadly schemes. Fourth, when Nero began asserting independence, she tried seducing her own son to maintain control over him. The ultimate manipulation by a power-hungry mother. Fifth, Nero finally had enough and ordered her assassination in 59 CE. First, he tried drowning her in a collapsing boat, but she survived. So he sent assassins who stabbed her to death while she screamed, "Strike my womb," the womb that bore such a monster.